All right, so here we are, Cybertruck behind me. Look at those beautiful seats. Little display over here too. Should be fun. That's where the key goes. Just wanted to give everybody an update that I am actually in a Cybertruck right now, and I'll keep you guys posted. So we're at a stoplight right now, and there's a little bit of traffic. We're in Toronto, and as you can see, I don't have my hands on the steering wheel. Once this light turns green, we are going to watch the full self-driving engage. I've got it on beast mode. Here we go. Again, just kind of sitting back, letting the car do its own thing. It's got everything on display. So we have a guy, merging in front of us. He's gonna hit his brakes. It's interesting, man. I'm not doing any intervention right now. If a cop saw me, he'd probably want to pull me over and give me a ticket. But it's really interesting just to see how cool full self-driving is. This is my second time doing it. First time in a Cybertruck. Last year I did the Model Y with my wife. And yeah, it's cool, man. I am a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, right? Because, a robot is literally driving me. And there's not a lot going on, but this is really cool. We're going about 64 kilometers an hour right now, which is about 45, 50 miles an hour in US terms. Again, if my math is off, I apologize, but we're just kind of driving the Cybertruck. You can actually see on the display that it has lights. There's people that are walking by. Cars off to my left and right. It's trying to keep about 2 car lengths away from the car in front of me, which is really cool. So as you can see, there's red lights on the display. Cars parked. There's there's a little dealership over here. There's an IKEA. Again, we're just nicely slowing down. I haven't got any dirty looks yet, but we're just enjoying ourselves. So now I'm getting dirty looks from the old ladies beside me. This is so cool, man. Shout out to Ahmed and Peggy, man. Ahmed knows the full self-driving capabilities. Peggy knows because he sat in a Cybertruck. This is so cool, man. My wife's gonna kill me if I ever buy one, but I probably won't. So here we go. We're engaged. So what I'm going to do with one of my next recordings is that I'm going to put the address in, and I'm going to let it full self-drive from where we stop at a random location, and we're going to go back to the Tesla dealership. But this is the future, guys. This is what full self-driving will one day look like. It's pretty insane. Again, you guys have been watching the whole time. I have not put my hands on the wheel once. Hopefully Farzad watches this video too, just so he can see that your boy was in a Cybertruck. So cool, man. And it's such a smooth drive. These seats are really comfortable. There's a lot of space. It's really spacious. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm less nervous, that's for sure. But this is very impressive with the software. I can see, again, I can feel the upgrades from last year as well. I can't really speak on them. I can just speak from my own experience, but the navigation itself is a lot better. It definitely feels less jerky. It's definitely more in tune with the environment. Not to say it wasn't last year, it was, which that's what kind of blew my mind, but you can definitely see like this is what robo-taxi is going to be very soon. So cool. Alright, so we're on the highway. We're going about 110 kilometers an hour. Again, I'm not touching the steering wheel, and we're merging. We're going with the flow of traffic. This is pretty cool. And, you know, again, I've engaged beast mode. I'm sitting here with my arms crossed. You can clearly see it. Not intervening. And we're going. And it's just a smooth ride, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. Look at how cool this is. So I actually wanted to get this on video because I know a lot of people, they wanted to obviously see what full self-driving is all about. The ones that have never sat inside of a Tesla. We're getting some traffic now. So the vehicle's obviously, you know, recognizing that and slowing down and adjusting to the traffic. We have people merging up ahead. So yeah, really, really cool. And look at that, like it recognizes that this car right over here on the right side took forever to merge over, and it was able to adjust its speed. Like, what other car does that? You know, I might be naive, but, you know, maybe pro Tesla. This is incredible. It is pretty cool. I really enjoy it. I'm enjoying this experience. I'm taking it all in. I will say one thing that's interesting about the Cybertruck, if you guys know this, the rear view mirror is very, very compact. Super small. As you can see right up there. And it's interesting. Like, I've never seen a car that has it that tiny in my entire life. So I don't know if that was like intentional design, but that's pretty cool. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get the car to merge over. So right now I've got the right blinker on. It's not really engaging. Okay, so obviously it didn't feel safe to merge over, right? And yeah, it's great because the sensors can pick that up. Okay, we're gonna try and do it ourselves. So I'm gonna merge over twice. Okay, full self-driving's back on. I don't want it to do that. I want it to stay in this lane. So this is one of the only things that, you know, you have to kind of almost adjust it. So there was a little bit of intervention there. I don't know why the Cybertruck was doing that, but I think it's because I haven't actually put something in the navigation. And so we're getting off the highway right now. And what I want to do is we're going to try and jump back on the highway, and we're going to go back the other way towards where the dealership is. So just going to watch this. Now, obviously, you know, you could probably input the address whenever you feel like it. Again, this is the first time I've been in a Cybertruck, so feeling a little bit not comfortable doing the multitasking just yet, but I will maybe at one point decide to put it. It might be off recording, I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll see what happens. Okay, just watch my shoulder. Okay, so we made a successful lane change. Okay, so if we want to go back towards Toronto, actually, I gotta go the other way. Okay, so we have inputted. Input an address into full self-driving.
Elizabeth Way ramp on the left.
to see what the Cybertruck decides to do here. Okay, so it's obviously made around this nice tight turn. It's really cool.
In 300 meters, take exit 138 on the right toward the West Mall.
Alright, so we're going to go straight. We're not really going to worry about any lane changes here because we're going to stay here. But we're going to get off here on the right side.
Exit 138 on the right.
This is so cool, man. I didn't do this with the Model Y last time.
Stay straight to take the West Mall.
I didn't take it on the highway because I wasn't 100% sure about the technology itself. But now I was like, I want to go on the highway, regardless of the car I was driving. Cybertruck's really cool. So we're coming up to the
now
lights.
Stay straight to take the West Mall ramp.
I'm gonna take the West Mall ramp. Looks like it wants to go straight.
In 200 meters, your destination will be on the right.
Okay. So we're actually pretty close to the dealership now. We're just waiting here at the lights. So again, like throughout the whole video, I've basically touched the steering wheel maybe once, maybe twice. Only because I wanted to take over and, you know, get myself off to a destination without inputting it into the navigation. But now we've engaged the navigation. And
now your destination is on the right.
yeah, now we're going to see the destination, obviously back at the mall where we are. And look at the wheel turning. Again, I'm not touching it. And it's performing it perfectly.
Now turn left to stay on Shirley Gardens Road.
Look at that. Look at that. You're basically not doing anything. Dude, that was crazy. A police officer was right over there, too. He looked over at me. He was like, what is this guy doing right now? Yeah. So hold on. So watch this now. People are crossing. And as we can see on the navigation, it's actually picking up. There's somebody in an electronic wheelchair, right? And it's picking it up on the navigation. Now it's recognizing that it's safe. We're successfully turning left.
Now your destination is on the right.
Okay. So one thing I didn't record last year, but you know, my wife was in the car with me, so she can confirm this. I engaged the Model Y to make a left turn over 4 lanes of traffic, and it was able to successfully do so. And there was a lot of traffic coming. There were people crossing,
right onto the Queensway.
And it was able to do so safely and successfully. Again, with no intervention. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a busy intersection over here. We've got a car coming, it's turning right, but we're okay. Again, making a right turn.
Your destination will be on the right.
Okay, it's making a left. Okay, we're making a right over here at the lights.
Now your destination is on the right.
Again, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I don't like that. That was not ideal. But
now turn right
so
onto
one of the
Shirley
things
Gardens
that you guys just witnessed is that it's made a right at a red light, and that wasn't that wasn't like ideal. It should have stopped. I'm not 100% sure why it did that, but definitely something to keep in mind when you're doing things like that. But yeah, no, that just goes to show that, you know, although the technology has a lot of potential, there are certain things that need to be taken into consideration, and that is certainly one of those things.
Onto the Queensway.
Now, that could also be because of the navigation. But yeah, guys, this is a really cool experience, and we're just waiting for this guy. And I will say, the Cybertruck definitely met and exceeded my expectations. Again, one thing to kind of note is if that happens, right, in terms of the intervention, you need to be able to take over the wheel because, you know, the laws of the road are really important. And, you know, I don't want anybody to get in trouble. So, if anything, that was a really good learning experience for everybody based on what you just saw. So, we're going to go into the area right now where we're going to reverse the car.
Now turn right.
Alright, so we're gonna go park the Cybertruck now. I'm gonna try and do it as a to reverse into the spot. There should be a lot of room, so definitely be interesting. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. One of the things about the Cybertruck as well, guys, I don't know if you know this, but the ability to park and reverse is actually over here. So as you can see, I'm gonna start reversing into a spot. I know we're not doing it with full self-driving, but I want to show you guys what you can do with the Cybertruck. Okay. So that was my test drive on the Cybertruck. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we're gonna do some cool stuff with the navigation here. So there's some settings where we can open the front. I don't know what the close section is. I'm assuming it's to close the... I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. I apologize to everybody in the video, but the sunroof, and then you can open and close the tailgate. So let's do the front first. There we go. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and close it. Interesting how it automatically engages. Okay, so we're gonna try and close the sunroof. So as you can see, oh, actually, no, that's not even the sunroof. That's the backside. So we'll try that again. This is what's actually happening. I thought it was the sunroof, because again, this is the first time I've ever sat in a Cybertruck. So it's actually opening and closing the trunk, which is pretty cool. And I'm assuming the other button is to close the tailgate or open it up. So we'll open it up. So as you can see, there's not enough room. So the sensors actually know that you can't open the tailgate, which is good. So this is what can happen if, sorry, got the navigation going here. But it's funny with the display how it's showing that the backside can't be open. So, and then you can also obviously like adjust your ride height. So check this out. If I want to go higher, because this is all like air pressure with the hydraulics. I'm not sure why this particular thing is happening, but medium. It's actually lowering, if you can see the dynamics of it. It's actually lowering the Cybertruck and the height. So, yeah, again, I'm speaking based off of my own experience. People who actually own Cybertrucks or have had a lot more experience than myself being able to drive them, obviously they know way more than I do, but this is pretty incredible. I had such a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got a lot out of it. Again, I apologize about my lack of communication and getting my ideas out there. I will say I'm a little bit rusty, but looking forward to engaging with a lot of people. So thanks for your time, everybody. Take care. All right, so really quick, you see this little button right here? I've completely forgot to show you guys this. This is how you open the door. Pretty awesome, eh? So just one little quick walk around to say goodbye to the Cybertruck. This thing is an absolute freaking beast. And take a look at this Foundation Series, baby. The Foundation Series. That's what we drove today. That's what we drove of this beauty. I didn't actually use the wiper, which is interesting, but yeah, shout out to Elon, shout out to the Foundation Series. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.